All right, man. Let's talk about the Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis purses. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. So, yeah, let's talk about. I'm kind of gonna talk about the purses. Such a big fight. I talk about a little bit on how the purses get divided up for people to know. Because a lot of people think, well, if they make $100 million, they split it down the middle. That's not how it goes. So I want to educate people on real quick on how it goes with these how this purses is split, right? So I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I don't do that. But it says Tank Davis purse payout, it starts with a minimum of $5 million, which is a great purse guarantee, especially for a company who who claim they don't give guarantees out. In Showtime, Garcia will get $2.5 million. Now, notably, this does not take into account that they agreed to a 50-50 split on pay-per-view revenue at $85 a pop. See, this is where some people don't understand. It's an incredibly conservative $500,000 means $42.5 million in revenue, 21. No, that's not true. Once again, when they say, well, they split it down the middle, no, business don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Before you get to Uncle Sam and all that type of shit, man, it does not work. They do not split the revenue 50-50. And I'm gonna prove that, and I'm gonna prove that right now. Why hold it up? I'm gonna prove it right now. They do not split that revenue 50-50. That cameraman that you see, that promoter that you see, you know what I'm saying, the guy that's running the event, everybody got a hand in the pocket of boxing. So if they make that amount of money, that don't mean that's what they split, fellas and ladies. And this is an older article as far as when pay-per-view was $50, but that's not what they split. The standard breakdown as far as money concerned is 10% fee off the top for the distributor, okay? With 45% of the revenue for the cable system and the promoter. So there you go right there. The distributor is Showtime in the zone. Now, I don't know if they going 50-50 down the middle with the 10%. I don't know if you take 5 and 5 off what the promoter get and what off the cable system get, and you give 10% to each, Showtime in the zone. But, just in a regular standard breakdown, 10% goes to the distributor, which is Showtime in the zone here. So 10% of the revenue off the top go to them. 45% go to the cable company. And the companies that's hosting it. And their job also is to promote the fight and run the promos. So you talk about Spectrum, Xfinity, DirecTV, Dish Network, anybody that's carrying a TV, they split a 45% of that revenue, of that pay-per-view revenue. They split that 45%. See, right then and there, how the misconceptions that they get this money and they splitting it down the middle. No, anybody that know business, that's had a business, a dabbling business, no, it don't work that way. Then the promoter gets 45%. That's your 100% breakdown, which the promoter pays out to the fighter. Now, they splitting the pot, whatever they pot is, they splitting 50-50. Now, I don't know what Al Heyman taking off the top or whatever. Let's say they split 50-50 or 25% or 20% or 30%, and Al walk away with 15%. Usually the guy that's running the whole show, he walk away with more money than anybody. That's why you heard back in the day, De La Hoya, Mayweather was saying Al Heyman Bob Arum making the most money and he ain't taking punches. The person that's paying out and that's putting it all together is making the most money. Now, also you have to factor into account they in Vegas, closed circuit, gate revenue, concessions, parking, resort fees, all that type of shit probably come into factor. So usually I think the gate, I think they get 3 or 5% of the gate. So HBO in this $50 breakdown, we said, let's say the fight is at $50, for the sake of simplicity, it's rounded to 50. If HBO is being used, HBO is not a party that is at risk far as the fight itself is concerned. It would take 10% off top. $5. $5 for everybody that buy it. Every pay-per-view that's on HBO in this scenario will get $5. In the scenario we in $85, it's almost $9 for the Showtime and the Zone, however they split it. So $5 million if in the promoter will park it 22.5. So how that promoter pays that 22.5, how much the fighter get out of that, I don't know. Is it 50% of that? Is it 30% of that? You gotta ask yourself that. And also you got sponsorships and everything else that the promoter pocket to help pay for the event. The level of revenue, along with other revenues like live gate, because that's the gate, the casino site fees, the merchandise, the international rights, all that goes in our pocket. And then the live gate, the casino fee, like 3% or 5% or something like that goes to the fighters for the gate customarily. All right. Now I got some other intel, right? My military a little murky here, right? So one thing that I did learn around the way talking to people in the business, I believe, I want to say Canelo start getting a percentage after 150,000 buys. And I want to say his percent might be 10%. I could be wrong on that. That's whatever every pay-per-view he get 10%, maybe after 150. I think for regular fighters to start profiting off pay-per-view, don't quote me on here. It's been a long time since I heard this info. And the person to hear it, yeah, just let me know and I'll clarify it in another video. I believe the customary for regular fighters on pay-per-view, I think for them to start flipping a profit, I want to say it's 250,000. Anything after 250,000. Now we just got to understand, guarantees can't be guaranteed unless they break even. So if the event don't break even, they don't have to get them a guarantee. They don't have to meet their guarantee. So that's something to chew on for a minute. If the event don't break even, they don't have to pay out the guarantee. So it has to break even for them to meet their guarantee. And I think after 250,000 buys, I believe after 250,000 buys, then you can flip a profit. Yep. Then I think the customary rate is like 5 or 8%. I think each fighter get 5%. I want to say it might be 5% on each pay-per-view. So I told y'all they don't split the whole thing. That's a lie. If they split the whole pay-per-view, man, there'd be a lot more fighters walking around rich. I want to say it's 5%. I want to say it's 5%. And I think Canelo might get 10% after 150, and I think it's 5% after 250. So, obviously after the guarantee is met. So if you say in the vacuum, they do $1 million. So 75,000 pay-per-views, okay, times $85. And don't forget the cable company probably gonna throw a little taxes on it, probably about 90. So let's say Tank get 5. So that's about, let me see. So that's only $3.1 million, bro. That's only $3.1 million. But then again, if the gate do well, let's say the gate, I don't know, in a crazy world with everything, the gate and the merchandise, let's say it do 10 million with all the resort fees, and he get 3% of that, right? He get 3% of that. That's only $300,000, bro. So, I mean, so he lucky he bring home 10. That's still a good payday. But y'all got to understand that pot, man, these fighters not bringing home the most money. And that's my, the estimation that I got it broke down to, because I can't remember. But I want to say Canelo is for sure anything after 150,000 pay-per-view buys for Canelo, his percentage kick in. His guarantee is met, or that's his percentage kick in. I want to say it's 10%. It might be a little less than that, but I think for everybody else it's like 5, maybe 8. I think it's 5. After 250,000 pay-per-views or so, that's when they start clocking pay-per-view. So they don't split the whole pot down the middle. So I just wanted to let y'all know that. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Check out the podcast. Just dropped a new one last night. Hit the link tree. You can literally find me everywhere. If you want to donate to the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Shout out to Anthony for donating yesterday. Pay-per-view Palooza and everybody that donated through the week. Best way you can donate, cost you nothing. Thumbs up the video. Support the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, whatever you choose to support it on. Follow it, subscribe to it, and do me that good favor of giving me a rating. So helps the visibility. Peace.